Oui, bonsoir and welcome back to eNCA. This is Sports on South Africa tonight. The Cheetahs continue their EPCR Challenge Cup season with a trip to Scarlets tomorrow night. The Free Staters are looking for their second win in the tournament, but they'll have to learn the lessons from their last game against the Scarlets, where they lost 45-26 in Parma. Well, joining me from the team's hotel in Swansea is Captain Victor Sekekete. Good evening from South Africa. I know it's afternoon in Wales. Good afternoon, Captain. Great to have you. The importance of this tournament to the Cheetahs is well documented. How have you found the event so far, Victor?
Good evening, Arthur. Yeah, this competition for us is a very important one. We went off to a good start once we started last year, coming through the UK. We know this competition is very imperative for us because it's a step into the UK again, which is what we want as a team of the Cheetahs. But so far, we know what we have to do to take on the Scarlets. I mean, just looking at the last game, we didn't start very well, the first half. But the second half went according to plan as things were coming together. But now we've went to the drawing board and we know very well what we need to do going into the second game.
Victor, you face the Scarlets for the second time. What lessons were learned from playing them the first time around?
Well, lessons learned. The first one is definitely the kicking game. The kicking game is a very big thing in the UK. You have to get into the right positions, and territory is a big thing. The second thing we learned was the breakdowns. You have to take care of the breakdowns, and you have to use your opportunities. So all in that's the big three that we learned. And second half we fixed them, but now we have a big opportunity to fix the whole thing.
I'd like to hear what your solution is for your kicking game. You don't have Frans Steyn or Ruan Pienaar in your starting lineup. Anyway, Daniel Kasende is a wild card in your arsenal who stood out in the 6th round with his consistent clean breaks. Sum up his progress with the Cheetahs so far.
Well, we do have good kickers. It was just a thing of experience, when to kick, where to kick, and how to kick. But now we have Endel coming in at fullback, so he has a big boot. eNCA Masuku has experience now. He's seen the picture, and also we also have Reinhard, who also is a kicking guy, and then Scrummers will put us in the place. And like you said as well, Daniel Kasende, he's been good. He's been taking us forward in the white channels, and yeah, he's been progressing very well into this UK competition. So he's also going to be doing the right things, especially in the air. The kicking game battle comes also with the wings, having to secure ball in the air, and that's something that we've been working very hard on.
All right, Captain, the Cheetahs have scored more tries in the 6th phase than any other team to date. What has led to that impact?
Well, I think in rugby, it's patience. You have to have patience with the ball, and you have to know when to attack once you see the opportunity. I think for us as the Cheetahs, we want to play a big running rugby, champagne rugby as we know it. Even though there's challenges over in the UK, but I think that we still have that ingredient that will keep on dishing out when we are out there on the field.
All right, what are the club's ambitions concerning the EPCR Challenge Cup? How far do you see the Cheetahs going in this competition, Victor?
Well, for us, the ambitions are very big. I mean, we've been waiting for this opportunity for about, 2 years after being kicked out of the Pro 14, as everyone used to know it. But now, for us, ambitions is to see ourselves in the top 16 in the EPCR, and then have to go further than that. But for now on, we take each game as it comes. But after these 4 games, we'd like to see ourselves in the top 16 so that we can continue playing further in the competition and get the opportunity to stay in the UK.
All right, as a skipper, how are you finding the challenge of leading a side with stalwarts such as Frans Steyn and Ruan Pienaar? Do you feel the pressure that you have to lead such great rugby players?
Yeah, listen, it's more inspiring than it is a challenge. So I see it as a thing of I've been given the opportunity in a sense that it came naturally. So I don't feel out of position or anything. So I don't feel like there is something drastic that I need to change. So from my side, it just came as a thing of working hard and then I reap the rewards. But it's also helping that the team bought into it and the team also backs me being captain. So it makes it much more easier.
Victor, I can't shy away from the fact that it's a Rugby World Cup year and your team is in the Northern Hemisphere right now. Do you feel some sense of anticipation in those areas, given that a country in the north will host the tournament?
Well, it's always fitting, because we've always wanted to be in the north. That's where the competition is. Given that the World Cup over here and all of that, it works towards what we want to achieve as a country in South Africa because, all the big competitions are in the north. So why not come to the north and then dominate where we can? So it's good that we're playing here. It's good that we have an idea as South African teams of what it is like playing in these conditions. It's difficult conditions to play in, and they have big crowds, which is South Africa is also matching that at this point. But I think all of those things, all of those ingredients are coming together, and it's grooming something in South Africa that everyone wants to see, that everyone likes seeing.
All right, in closing, Victor, an all-women's team will be taking charge of your game. That's the officiating, of course, against the Scarlets. What does this say about the growth of the sport, Captain?
Yeah, we love seeing that. We love seeing the growth of the sport. It's going to be an all-women's officiating the game. It doesn't change much. It's, everyone wants to be equal in this game, and steps have been taken to do so. So from us as players, there is nothing different. We treat everyone the same. We treat every game the same, whether it's a male or a female. It makes no difference. Everyone wants to see the game being played at a high pace and in a very entertaining environment. So I think they've proved themselves. They've proved themselves with officiating other games, and we saw that they could do it. And to us, we are privileged to have them as the officiating team for this game, and we're looking forward to working with them.
Victor Sekekete, Cheetahs captain, thank you very much for your time and all the best ahead of your match tomorrow in the EPCR Challenge Cup against Scarlets. All right, Sally, that's sports this hour on South Africa Tonight.